probably ask your spouse before you do something like this.
I'm just gonna chop up pieces of steak. Shredded steak.
Hey guys, so as you've been watching, we were really fortunate to get 2 deer this year. My husband got one and I got one. I got mine on Saturday afternoon, pretty early, 3 o'clock-ish, and then not even 15 hours later the next morning, Ben got his. So we got our deer back to back, and it's been kind of like a whirlwind since that happened because of all the butchering that we had to do and putting everything in the freezer. It just was so much work and it took a really long time. We ended up getting 77 pounds of meat from both of the deer together, which was incredible. Like, that's actually a really good number. It took us forever to butcher, and that is really because we were being so like picky about getting all the meat off. And now we have 2 hides to tan. So I've been already working on that process. I know I've said in the past I was never going to use the orange bottle again, but I am on a super tight time frame and I could not put these hides in the freezer because I was out of space in the freezer from the deer. So I had to work on these hides right now, and there is no way that I was going to go collect enough willow to bark tan these hides, because you do have to have the weight in bark of the hide. And that is just a ton, and it would be a ton of boiling. It just wasn't practical. And Ben is going away for a week, so I really just had to get these done. So orange bottle it is. And we ended up doing racks, stretching racks this time, to stretch them and pull them and work them. And we put these together last night in about 5 minutes because we used PVC pipe. This is not the best way to do this. I think a wood frame would be the best way, as well as the size of frame that we did is actually not large enough for our hides. So I looked into it and I saw that the best size frame would have been a 6x5, but that for most young deer, which I believe ours were young deer, the size would be 5x5. So we went with 5x5 thinking we could save a little bit of money on the PVC pipe, but it ended up being that both of the hides are pretty much borderline too big, and in some of the areas the stretching is overlapping the PVC pipe, but it is what it is kind of thing. I think in the future we will make these taller, but it was just really nice how easy it is to just put them together really quick. We didn't have to get saws going and nailing and all of that jazz with a wood frame. So this was really easy and practical, and they are currently tanned already because I already did it. I did it last night in the dark, so I wasn't gonna film that. And then we strung them up last night as well. So the hides are tanned. I've been kind of debating this morning if I need to add any more orange solution. I really don't think I can tell yet. I think I need to wait at least another 12 hours, so maybe tonight, to see how everything is kind of panning out. But yeah, right now they look really great, and I am really pleased with the stretching rack idea because obviously it can't curl in on itself, and it's a lot less work moving forward. So that's where we're at with the hides right now. And yeah, pretty pleased with them. The muscles on my hand, yeah. Wow, okay, a lot better now. Wow. Really nasty though. Don't come over here until I clean up. Look, it's snowing. Hey guys, so I wanted to show you my first deer. Tanned it. You know what that is. And it is so nice. It is soft. Like, I can't even believe it. This is one of the best hides I've ever tanned. And I did change up some of the ways I was doing it. Made some adjustments on softening. Basically the biggest thing that I did for an adjustment was I started using an electric sander, and it is like an absolute game changer. So much easier, goes so much quicker, and it really just thins the hide out. And oh my gosh, it came out awesome. So good. Look at this. So soft. And this is my first deer. I've never shot a deer. And I'm very pleased with how this hide came out. I'm very pleased with my hunt. Everything kind of went really, really well. Deer hides are so thick. Like, they are extremely thick. It's actually quite difficult to soften a deer hide. I mean, it really took like all my effort, and I just had to stop. It was so late, and I could tell it was almost dry, not totally dry. I just had to stop and call it and say it was good enough, and that was at like 1 in the morning. And it could have been softened even more. So basically you just keep softening until the hide is dried out. But I am still very pleased with this. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with this right now. I want it to be functional, but at the same time I'm like, once it's functional, then you start losing hair and it just starts to deteriorate from use. We'll see what I end up doing with this.